Hey, my name is Partha and I'm the founder of Tactical.com. And over the last 18 months, I've used AI to scale my blog from almost zero to a traffic of over 15,000 monthly visitors. And not only that, I am generating over a million monthly search impressions, uh, 200 new leads every month, two clients from the whole effort, 750 blog posts published, and a domain authority of 24, right? So now, why do you want to use an AI plus human content writer versus an only human writer? So that's because first is with AI you can publish a lot more content compared to a human only human content writer, which means that if you publish more content, that means you have more chances of being found on Google search for various keywords, right? And basically that can add up and you can eventually get more traffic sooner. Secondly is costs. With AI augmented content, you are not only saving on cost per post, but you're also saving on total costs. Because if you hire a only human writer without an AI without AI skills, they will spend at least a few days to write one piece of content, right? Which means that maybe in a month you can probably publish only 4 to 6 quality pieces of content, versus if you use an AI augmented content writer, you can publish, unlimited number of posts, 30 to 300, depends on your requirement. Next is quality, because we use a lot of parameters like SEO and other factors. That is why we can write high quality content, right? Whereas if I hire a human writer, then it is possible that I can get low quality. I can get the quality could vary, right? And again, if I want very high quality, then I have to pay a much higher price for that, because quality content writers are expensive. Then you have SEO, right? AI augmented content is SEO optimized, so we use a lot of SEO based prompting, so that the content can be easily found by search engines and can be ranked. Whereas a human content writer is mainly focusing on the content and might not be aware of how to use SEO. And finally, you have the return on investment. So because you are producing a lot of content and you are generating a high amount of traffic, which can result in more leads and revenue, the ROI is obviously much higher. So does Google, or will Google punish your AI written content? Well, the answer is that yes, Google will punish content that looks like AI and not AI written content. So what I mean is that when you publish content, it should look as if it has been written by human, right? It should be useful. It should have right grammar, readability, right? So that it does not look as if it's been written by AI. It should not look like junk. Google punishes thin content, which means content where there is very less information and which is not really helpful at all to the reader. Thirdly, Google punishes poor quality content. Again, it could mean a lot of things: poor readability, bad grammar, uh, the article does not make sense, it's not properly structured, right? Fourthly, is inaccurate information. So if you're using AI and not proofreading the content and using wrong statistics, wrong data, then that could actually indicate to search engines that you are using purely AI to write your content and you're not careful, which means that you're not producing like helpful content. So yes, Google will punish you in that case. And finally, unhelpful content. So any content that does not answer the query of the searcher, right? It can, so basically if the reader clicks on your result, reads it, does not find it useful, goes back to Google search, it means that the searcher has not been able to find the right answer. So that these are the kinds of content which Google punishes. So now let me walk through how we create content at scale, uh, but also how we create SEO optimized posts, and how we get them to rank well on Google by using a mix of human and AI, or you can call it augmented AI. So the first thing which we do is, let's say that I want to write content about problem solving and decision making, right? So the first step is to identify a competitor, right? So for example, I identified this website as competition, and here are the list of posts that they've written in the form of URLs. So the next step is to copy these URLs and get titles or extract titles from these URLs. Right. So now I have a list of blog titles I could write about. Right? So then we put this list into a clustering tool, which basically helps me cluster these articles into different topics. So once I group them, I get this list of clusters. So for example, here I get decision making, problem solving, critical thinking, right? So now let's say for problem solving, I have this list of posts that I could write about, right? So now what we do is we already have a list of posts we want to write about. So then we put this list through an automation tool. And once we run this automation, we basically get this list of draft posts. So now here is where the role of AI ends, and the role of the human writer comes into the picture. So what a human writer has to do now is basically just edit the content. So a lot of the work has already been done by AI, which means getting the title, the headings, the TLDR, Q&A. So now what the content writer has to do is just make sure that everything is, it's grammatically correct. It is not plagiarized. It's unique. It's readable, right? And it's structured properly. So once, and then of course there are things like, for example, add a category. So here I can add critical thinking as a category, tag critical thinking, and add an image, right? I need to add a meta description, right? So maybe let's take okay, so here we can maybe take this this paragraph, or part of the paragraph, as a meta description. Right, so it's too long, so maybe we'll just maybe we'll just keep it up to here. So right, so now we have everything is there. SEO. Okay, it's okay. I'm not going to look into this. So we already have. Okay. Yes. So now once we are done, we can just hit publish. Right, and it's now published. So now we can view the post. Right, so now we can do the same for our other posts, which are in draft mode. Right. Also before publishing a post, you want to make sure that it meets some of the parameters. Like for example, you want to make sure the statistics or information is correct. It is grammatically correct, it's readable, not plagiarized, and most importantly, it is not detectable by AI.